Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Explain America. We are one day removed from the indictment of former President Donald Trump, the announcement from Special Counsel Jack Smith, and it already doesn't look good for the federal government. Folks, before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things, they really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. So, Alan Dershowitz, Harvard law professor emeritus and famed attorney and constitutional scholar, has looked over the indictment of former President Donald Trump, and he calls it a weak case. And I think it is a weak case. Of course, I'm not a constitutional law scholar, but I've seen a lot of cases in this line of work, and it does look incredibly weak. There is one part that Mr. Dershowitz noticed that I think, and he thinks, could be troublesome for the former president. But again, to bring a criminal case of this magnitude against a former president of the United States when you have punted on so many criminal cases that were much stronger against people for the same exact, what you call a crime, okay, is it's obvious selective prosecution. But to hear Mr. Dershowitz explain it, well, it takes on another tone. Let's take a look at that.
It should be a civil case. It should be a case between the president and the National Archives. Presidents have, remember, the National Archives statute, the Presidential Records Act, supersedes the Espionage Act of 1917. It was passed, a half century later. And so you have to read the Espionage Act in the context of giving the president and the vice president certain authority and taking away certain authority, as the Records Act did. And so the two acts have to be read in tandem. And the better reading is to make the vast majority of these allegations into civil disputes, not punishable criminal statutes.
Do you think, just in the last minute, sir, Hillary Clinton got away with murder with her 3,000 emails erased. Here's Joe Biden as a senator taking documents away, which is against the law. As vice president, taking documents away against the law. Is there an equal application of justice here?
Well, Jack Smith wanted to make it seem that way, and so he indicted Trump not under the negligence or gross negligence provisions, which is what was being looked at with Hillary Clinton, but under the willfulness provision. And so they have argued that he did this willfully. Now, remember, too, that Sandy Berger willfully put material in his socks and was given an ability to plead to a slap on the wrist. So, no, I think we don't have equal justice here. And even if Trump were to be proved guilty of everything, the get Trump attitude is still prevalent. Right. The only reason they opened this investigation, they haven't opened investigations into other former presidents to see what material they took home with them. This is selective investigation, no doubt.
Now, Dershowitz is correct. This is selective prosecution. This is choosing your target and then finding the crime. It's the old Soviet style of prosecution, right? You show me the man, I'll find you the crime. It's the same type of thing. The one part that he found troublesome is that there's a recording of Trump flashing a classified document in front of somebody who was writing a book on President or former President Trump. Now, we don't know from the audio recording, did he actually show the man the document? Did he just show him that he had the document, like flashed it, and here's the document, but didn't actually show it to him? So they would have to prove that they actually showed him, that Trump actually showed him this document and let him review it without security clearance. That would be a much bigger deal. I doubt that's what happened. It sounds like from the recording that he probably just flashed it, which is not a wise move, but he probably just flashed the document. He shouldn't have done that. And, that may be the only charge they really have that can stick. Even still, the fact that this is in Florida, the fact that you have Judge Eileen Cannon, all these things bode well for Trump to not be convicted. But what my concern is say Trump beats this, he's, beats New York, beats all these charges coming against him. Are they just going to keep charging him until they get a conviction? Like they used to do with certain figures like Al Capone or John Gotti, where they just decide we're going to get this guy, and they'll just keep charging and keep charging and keep charging and keep charging until they get something. That's what you have to wonder at this point. or just charge him to the point where you just ruin the rest of his life by charging him and charging him and charging him and charging him. So we have to wonder about that. The best thing we can do is use our voice to vote. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you again for watching Explain America. Once again, I'm Carmine Sabia. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We love you guys. God bless you. Take care, everybody.